That is what we did in the last class. At the end of the class, that this is the relation for the real part sufficiency, meaning thereby if you given real part, I can find imaginary part, and once I know real and imaginary part, I can find out this z, I mean the function f omega, and hence I can find the f of t. So, this is true for only for causal signals, and it is automatically equal to 0 for t less than 0 because the causal signal. Now, given this relationship, given r omega, how do I find x omega from here? So, that is what we will do next. Before we do that, let us come back to, if xt is any time function, then I define a function called x cap t, which is defined as the Hilbert transform of x t, which is equal to x of xi t minus xi dz. By definition, this integral is known as the Hilbert transform relationship. So, the signal that you get here by transforming on x of t is called the Hilbert signal corresponding to x of t. If you observe this carefully as a linear systems man, this Hilbert transform nothing but a convolution integral, right. This is nothing but convolving x of t with 1 by pi t. You get exactly same relationship. Since I know this is a convolution, then x cap j omega is equal to what? Since it is a convolution, its Fourier transform will be product of these two, which is x j omega into whatever is the transform of this, let me call this h j omega. H j omega is Fourier transform of 1 by pi t. So, what all we need to know is to find out the Fourier transform of 1 by pi t. So, if I know the Fourier transform of that, any given signal x of t, you multiply the Fourier transform of that by x j omega, h j omega, then you get x cap j omega, invert it, you get back your. One is to do this in time domain itself, or is the Fourier transform of x of t. X it is not the Fourier transform, it is not the Hilbert transform of the Fourier transform of h omega. Okay? Do not get confused. This is not the Hilbert transform of this. This is Hilbert transform of this function. I am sorry, not Fourier transform of this function. This is what I am calling as. Okay. So, now I need to somehow calculate this h j omega. So, by definition, h j omega is equal to 1 by pi integral minus into plus infinity into 1 by t e to the power of j omega t dt, right, using definition of Fourier transform, which is equal to 1 by pi Again, even and even function, odd function issue. So, somehow I need to know what is the result of this. So, how do we find this integral? One is to look up table and find out what is the value of this function, and this becomes equal to minus, I am sorry, the j here, minus j pi for omega greater than 0 and is equal to plus j pi for omega less than 0. If you look up table, this is what relationship you will get. But how do you find out this integral? Now you are doing the complex variable theory, right? This is the complex integration. You do integration e to the power of az by z if you do this complex integration, this function is nothing but the integration around the j omega axis, and you can find out the other components along this and along. So, you can do this by using the complex integration. I do not want to spend time here, but just do this as a home assignment in mathematics. Okay. Into 1 by pi. This 1 by pi. So, this becomes equal to minus j sin m omega. The sin m function is plus 1 when omega is greater than 0 and minus 1 when omega is less than 0. This is sin m function. So, in terms of sin m function, that can be written down as equal to h j omega is equal to minus j sin m omega. So, this function is the minus j sin m omega. So, you multiply this x j omega by minus j sin m omega. Now, there is, I hope you are not confused, I should not have confused you. This x here, what I wrote to you is the imaginary part of the Fourier transform of f omega. When I am writing here, I am confusing you, this x j omega is the Fourier transform of x of t. So, do not get confused with these two. This is the complete Fourier transform, that is the imaginary part of the Fourier transform. But anyway, so if you want the Fourier transform corresponding to Hilbert transform, then you need to take the Fourier transform of the original function, multiply by minus j sin omega. What does minus j sin omega multiplication means? For omega greater than 0, the x omega is multiplied by minus j, and for the negative side is being multiplied by plus j. So, if you have a function, can I erase this now?